My phone keeps running out of space. I found out it's because I haven't deleted my texts in like a year. But all right, cool. So yeah, I don't have a song really that I'm in the mood to make a lesson on right now. I gotta listen to some new music this weekend. And that's my weekend right now, starting today. So I'll be on that soon. But for now, I kind of want to talk about this book I've been reading, Chord Chemistry. I saw in one of Tom Bukovac's lessons, he mentioned that he read this book. And so I figured I had an Amazon gift card, and so I figured, all right, I'll buy it, and I'm just gonna try and learn it, and hopefully it seeps its way into my playing. I kind of do that a lot, which actually kind of works out pretty good sometimes. But man, dude, like this book is like so complicated, so I'm just gonna try and explain what I'm getting out of it. So like as I go through it, maybe I'll make a video periodically, just kind of like if I learn something cool from it, I'll show you guys. So here's I guess really the cool thing that I've gotten from it so far. And this is kind of obvious, man. It's like, I should have known this. I probably did know it. If you think about it, it's obvious. So let's just say this. All right, so you got a 3-note chord, right? We'll go with a C chord. C, E, and G, C major. That's the notes that make up C major. And it's like, you've got 3, just forget about up here. We're gonna stay in 1 octave. You've got 3 spots you can play that C major. I mean, you've got more than 3, but like, if you move up, how do I explain this right? Like, basically, so here's your C major, real quick. C, E, G. If you move each note up to the next note, so we got our C, we'll move it up to an E. We got our E, we'll move it up to a G. And we got our G, we'll move it up to a C. There's your next spot. And then we got our E, which will go to a G. We got our G, which will go to a C. And we got our C, which will go to an E. There's your next shape. And then you're back at the start. And it's like, oh yeah, that's obvious. Like if you got 1 string, the chord's made up of 3 notes. On 1 string, that would mean you have 3 notes on that string. C, E, G. Same with the next string. You got your, your E, your G, and your C, and then you got your, on the top string, you got your G, C, and E. I thought I was doing a G chord for a second. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. It was like, oh crap, all right, so that's, like, how can I use this? So here's what I've been doing. It's like I've been memorizing the spots. I have all these pieces of paper. I mean, I have a whole stack of them here. Trying to memorize the spots, like basically the shapes, and you know what? It's mostly the same shape because like, so here's your major shape. It's just a C shape. If you take these 3 strings, A, D, and G, this shape is movable all over, and this is a major chord. This is always going to be the 1 of it, right? So here's your D major. You're on the D, whoops. You're on D, a D note on the A string is the 5th fret. You got an F sharp on the D string, which is the 4th fret. And you got a, which is the 2nd fret on the G string. So then, now I memorized the shapes. So you got D, F sharp, A. I'll go to an F sharp. Here's the next shape. And then you got an A. Here's the next shape. So I kind of hammered into my head what each of those shapes would be like, and this is what they refer to as like a D chord, and then 1st inversion, 2nd inversion, and that is basically like 1st inversion is like if you start on the 3, because the chord is made up of a 1, 3, and 5. Dude, I feel like talking about this stuff, it like just like is such a rabbit hole of it's just, it gets really complicated. So hopefully this is making sense. Anyways, yeah, so a 1st inversion would be starting on the 3, and a 2nd inversion would be starting on a 5, right? So then it's like, all right, cool. So I was thinking I'll learn that on, like, I'll do the adjacent strings first. Actually, at first I started out with just 2-note combinations. Your major, your minor, and then your, well, no, I shouldn't even go on there. A major non-inversion is, you just go up, it's the next fret up. So here's a C major, not inverted. It's your C, and then your major third. But the first inversion, so it's made up of C, E, G. You go to your E, and then the G is a minor third above the E, which I thought was kind of cool, right? So yeah, the non-inverted is a major third shape. The first inversion's a minor third shape. And then the fifth is always a fourth, which is just the same fret, next string up, right? And then, so a C minor. You have your minor third to start it out. And then it's a major, the first inversion is major. And then the fifth is always just a fourth. So that was kind of cool. I was doing that for a while. Just like, I'd spend 2 days on each. Like I'd spend 2 days on the B and E string combination, and then on the E and A, and then on the A and D, and then on the D and G, and then on the G and the B. So yeah, I did that, and then here's where I'm starting to. Here's where I think it's starting to kind of be helpful, because a lot of this is like, dude, I'm just learning this. I don't know if it's gonna help or not, but I'm just gonna learn it, and hopefully it does. So yeah, where I'm at now is like, hopefully I can hold this and it shows. Hopefully my phone is still recording too. I'm making this, so I'm kind of practicing like, actually, I'll show you in a second. I've got this random.org. I basically put like video, but it's random.org, and I pretty much you like enter in all the stuff you want it to randomize, right? And I put like A first inversion, A second inversion, you know, A sharp, or actually I don't know if it would B flat or A sharp, whatever. I did all the minors, I did the majors, I did first or non-inverted, first inversion, second inversion. Originally I was doing it with sus4s and sus2s in there, but I kind of found out that's like taking on too much information at once, and I think it would benefit me more to just do major minor first. So what I'll do is I'll randomize it every day, right? And so we got, the first one is A minor. I'll show you what I do. So it's to actually get it to like get into my playing. I'm gonna pick somewhere in here. There it is. We'll start out, so I have this list, and I was kind of going 2 days at a time. I'm doing 3 adjacent strings now is where I'm at. I was doing E, A, D for, I think I moved on to A, D, and A, D, and G now. So here I had an A minor as my first one, and I know that that's gonna be right here, because, oh, you know what too? I'll tell you how to learn all the notes on the fretboard too at the very end of this. So, or at least what I think is the best method for doing that. It still takes work, but it's been helpful. Anyways, all right, cool. So here's my minor non-inverted first shape, like my non-inverted minor shape right here. So I'll play it. So I got A minor as my first one. I'll play it, and then I'll think, where is it in the pentatonic scale? That's what this is for. I didn't actually draw it out for the minors yet. I'll get to that. But this is it right here, and I know. And I'll kind of just like riff around it for a minute and play it again. So I play it, and then I play it, riff, play it again, and then go to the next one. Now I got a C sharp minor. I'm gonna skip I'll skip to a major. So I got D first inversion. I think I talked about this one earlier, unless that was when my phone wasn't actually recording. Which is the third of D is the F sharp. So that's my starting point, because it's the first inversion. You start on the third. And then you got this is the shape for it, which I drew right here. So this would be, this orange dot, the one on the bottom right there, would be your 9th fret, if it's in D. F sharp, A, D. And so I play the chord. And then I solo or riff around it for a second, and then play the chord again. And I kind of just go through this every day, and so it's like, now it's really starting to get into my mind, like if I'm just soloing or whatever, I know where the chord is, pretty much. So I'm doing it for the 1 chords right now, at least the 1 and the 6, I guess, which would be the 1 in minor. Yeah, man, hopefully this isn't too complicated. Hopefully I'm explaining this all right, but I get how, like, to explain one concept, you need to know all these other concepts. So hopefully I've still got most of you, if you're watching this. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm like putting all these, it's really showing me where the chords are in each of these shapes. And the shapes I know pretty darn well. So like really having where the chords are and what components of the chord, like to know that this is 1 3 5, to know that this is 3 5 1, and to know that this is 5 1 3 are I think it's gonna help. That's all it is, man, is like just learning a bunch of stuff and hoping it'll help. And usually it does, but you gotta, like, it's, dude, like when I first started doing this, actually when I first started getting onto this, I was like super energized, like, yo, I just found out something new to learn, like, and I was going really hard with it, and I was super motivated. And then it was like, when I was doing the sus2 and the sus4, I was like, man, like, this is so much, like, I'm exhausted from this. This is too much information I'm learning. But now it's starting to actually find its way into my playing, which is pretty cool. So I just wanted to share. I'll be back with song lessons real soon. So yeah, thanks guys. Oh, you know what too? I forgot how to learn the notes real good. So this is what I've been doing for that. This is so, like, I used to, well, no, I'm not even gonna tell you what I used to do. I'll just skip right to it. I have this website, random.brettpimentel.com. I'll try and put a link in the description if I remember. Basically, I put on a metronome. Is it on? This thing has got a timer for 60 seconds. I set it for all the notes, 3 notes, 60 seconds. I got G sharp, C, G. So I'm gonna go G sharp, C, G, G sharp, C, G, G sharp, C, G, G sharp, C, G. I'm just going up the strings and down the strings, going from, I don't do all 3 on one note, on one string. I used to do that. I used to go like G sharp, C, G. But the thing is, then you go to the next string and you kind of just like remember the interval almost like this way. Instead of learning which, like you kind of just like start doing the same shape on each string instead of actually like knowing what note you're hitting. So that was helpful for me. I was doing that for maybe like a month or so, a month and a half, every day, and upping my speed when I could. And one more thing that this is kind of unrelated. I'll talk about this one later. All right, thanks guys. Later.